what I want is offense. I want an offense, playmakers. I want offensive weapons. And I feel like if our offense can score, our defense is good enough in a good scheme to be able to sustain, assuming that we feel can get some pickups with what we have in the free agency to slow down other teams' run. That's where we're getting beat at a lot defensively. Offensively, we weren't really great. So I want some offense.
Are you listening?
Niners! Ronbo Sports here, representing the Niner Empire organization worldwide. And of course, what does that mean? That means, of course, there's a chapter near you somewhere. Go to theninerempire.com for further details. Hey, thanks for joining me, by the way. I really do appreciate it. I love talking to you. Last time we talked, I shared with you my concern about the fact that we only have 2 running backs. And one of those was Carlos Hyde. The other is Mike Davis. Mike Davis? In 2 years, do you know Mike Davis averages 2 yards per carry? Walk into Levi Stadium, walk into the facility in Santa Clara, you will still see a locker with the name on the top, Mike Davis. Why? I guess he just haven't gotten around to telling Mike, you're done. Get out. Go, 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 go. So yeah, I figure he'll make the first. No, he won't make the first cut. Mike Davis is gone in the first cut. They'll use him as camp fodder. Watch me be wrong and Mike Davis come jamming out there and star this year. He just needed a 3rd year to get ready. I say that to say this. They did realize they got to get another running back. They just signed DeJuan Harris. Congratulations, DeJuan! DeJuan the Fox, or as he goes by, DeJuan, a.k.a. the Fox. Harris. I tell you, he reminds me, think about this for a second. Does he remind you of Devontae Freeman? Their running style's even the same too. Same size, balance, and everything like that. So I'm looking forward to him. He'll do a lot better in this system than he did with Chip Kelly. Because that game, I've not gotten over. DeJuan had a great game against the Saints. Carlos comes back from his injury. Chip sits him down and forgets him. Oh, come on, Chip. You could have balanced that load a little bit more. Okay, that's neither here nor there. Chip's gone. DeJuan's re-signed. We got a better system. Bobby Turner's going to do things with DeJuan, adjust his game, make him a little sharper than he was. Carlos, same thing. But you know, the 49ers are most likely going to draft a couple more running backs. I just wonder who it's going to be. Because here's the thing. Right now, as you know, every team gets to look at 30 more prospective draft picks before the April 27th date. So you can look. And you know what? How many days are left? They got to look at somebody almost every day between now and maybe that last few days before draft night. And who was in the house the other day? Yeah, I'm talking Reuben Foster, Alabama killing machine. He was looked at first. Does that have implications? Does it mean anything? Or am I just wishful thinking? I mean, he was the first they called in. And the bad thing about it is, Reuben can't even do anything physically. His shoulder, right? So what did they call him in for? To sit him down and have a good talk? Reuben, I guess you know you're gonna go. If you're there, if you don't leave, you're the first guy we're gonna draft. They can't talk to those guys like that. But he was the first, and you know, they're gonna be looking at a lot of people between now and, as I say, maybe a few days before the draft. Because there's no way to know. There's no way to know who they're gonna pick up right now by just looking at them. Because we don't know John and we don't know Kyle that well when it comes to this part of the job. If you're like me, you get up every day and you check out the mock drafts, right? I know I can't stop being excited about these things because I want to know who we're going to get and I want somebody to say something I want to hear. And they don't. I keep looking at the draft. I looked at the mocks and I say, and I went to NFL.com to check out what they're talking about. And I say, Daniel Jeremiah, NFL.com, Thomas. I don't want to say anything bad about Thomas. He's probably a good ball player, but do we need 3 defensive line picks in a row? Okay. Todd McShay, ESPN. Thomas. Matt Miller, Bleacher Report. Leonard Fournette. I got excited just because I see Leonard Fournette, somebody else besides a defensive lineman. Chad Reuter, NFL.com. Jamal Adams. Oh, yes. Bucky Brooks, NFL.com. Thomas. Dane Brugler, CBS Sports. Thomas. Pete Prisco, CBS Sports. Thomas. Rob Rang, CBS Sports. Thomas. Dan Kadar, SB Nation. Malik Hooker. I get excited because I don't want to see Thomas's name. Will Brinson, CBS Sports. Trubisky. Now, I know we're not going to pull Trubisky in the first round, but it was refreshing to see another name besides Thomas. Jared Dubbin, CBS Sports. Thomas. Ryan Wilson, CBS Sports. Trubisky. Chris Burke, Sports Illustrated. Adams. Hey, and I kind of like what Chris is saying here. He says the pick is Adams here because A, he deserves to be a top 5 option. And B, in Adams and Navarro Bowman, the 49ers would have their defensive field generals. That's kind of appealing. You know, I got a feeling Adams maybe just for those reasons alone, that's a variable that you're not going to get. All right, Christopher Knox, Bleacher Report. Adams, that's 2. Hey, Luke Easterling, USA Today. Thomas. Walter Cherpisky, WalterFootball.com. Thomas. Charlie Campbell, WalterFootball.com. Marshall Lattimore. Yes. 17. Total tally. Thomas got 9 votes. Adam 3. Trubisky 2. Lattimore 1. Hooker 1. Fournette 1. I'm hoping maybe it's just guesstimation. They don't know who they're talking about. They don't know these guys yet. So I'm fine with that.
Ronbo!
MC, what's up?
Ain't gonna be no Corey Davis, don't you?
Well, that's not necessarily true.
Alright.
What?
And Christian McCaffery?
Yeah?
That's pipe too.
MC, what do you want? I'm busy here.
Just
what?
check it in, man.
Well,
damn!
Well, come on, man.
Well, I see you on your period, so I guess I'm gone.
Okay, I'm a little sensitive right now because you know what? It has become clear to me that we are going to go defense in the first round. And there's so many great options out there on offense. I want one of them. We ain't gonna get it. It's gonna be another defensive person. And worst of all, it's liable to be Thomas. You know, I realized last year we were last in every defensive category that there is, okay? But hey, I got news. We didn't do so well in offensive categories either. Yeah, we were one of the better teams in rushing. But hell, we got Cap is running. I mean, everybody's running. Gabbert was out there running. Carlos Hyde, of course, is running. Mike Davis was trying to run. And DeJuan Harris, when they let him run, he was running. We got everybody running. All right, so no wonder we're high in that category. I want an offensive player, man. Come on. All right, I'm not going to get it. I've got to grow up, go along with it. I mean, I'm going to, you know what? No matter what, I'm not going to get mad. I'll be happy with whoever we pick. He's a 49er. I'll appreciate and embrace. But I still want an offensive player, man. Hey, all right, enough of me crying. Let me introduce you to a member of our illustrious family right now and check out and see what he's talking about. Fam, look at this. Do I look like a happy man today? And look at Mike. Mike is out on the East Coast.
Sir.
Does he look like a happy man today? Because we know the 49ers are no longer going to be at the basement of the NFL. We spent our last year doing that. Mike, hello.
Hey, Ronbo, what's going on, brother?
Mike, where we talking from, man? Where you at?
Man, I'm down here based in Orlando, Florida, in the Sunshine State, representing this Niner Empire, baby.
I believe you have something you want to address the Niner Empire with as well, bro. Go right ahead.
Yes, I do, man. I want to let all these Niner fans know, man, you're not just in the California Bay Area, man. When they say Niner Empire, Niner faithful, we everywhere, man. I get a lot of slack not rooting for these Florida teams down here, and I get booed every time I go to Tampa Bay or Miami. We have yet to play in Jacksonville, but anytime they come to Florida, I'm at all the venues, man, getting booed. And like I tell them, man, not an empire for life. They don't understand it's not a thing, baby.
Sure, man. I'm talking about all them rings and everything else. You know, I'm telling you, mate, folks down in the SEC and southern areas, man, and Dallas, I mean, you guys got teams down there that kick butt, and he's still a 49er faithful. I'm loving it, man. Appreciating it.
That's right, man. You know, I know greatness, man. When you got a city, the only city in America that got the Golden Gate, which is symbolic to heaven itself, is San Francisco, baby. You got to know greatness, man. And these people out here don't want to recognize greatness, man. I know greatness.
I'm loving it, man. Mike, I tell you what, man. This year, we got John, we got Kyle, we got a whole change of personality in that front office. Them boys is working like a well-oiled machine, man. I mean, there's no way to know what to expect, what they're going to do next. That's another thing what I'm liking. But are you enjoying these guys are tag teaming like the WWE out there on the NFL? I'm hearing they're saying they're going all defense or they're going all offense in the draft. Mike, what are you expecting and what do you want?
Well, what I'm expecting is a balance. We have, you know, a lot of voids that we have to fill across the board. What I want personally is a lot more offense. You know, Trent Baalke did a poor job of offensively addressing the needs that we need. You know, wide receivers stand out. We haven't had a deep threat wide receiver in, it feels like, since T.O. But the reality is what I want is offense. I want an offense, playmakers. I want offensive weapons. And I feel like if our offense can score, our defense is good enough in a good scheme to be able to sustain, assuming that we feel, you know, can get some pickups with what we have in the free agency to slow down other teams' run. That's where we're getting beat at a lot defensively. Offensively, we weren't really great. So I want some offense.
Now, you know, I have gone way on public record way too often voicing my offensive opinion. And I've gotten into a few arguments. But now, there's many offensive weapons in this draft, Mike. Do you have one in particular that you believe, Mike, would come in and be that game changer? Do you believe that the one they would pick would not potentially be a bust? Mike, you got any player like that in your mind?
Yes, I do. And again, I'm going to say it, and I'm going to say it again, Deshaun Watson. I'm going to be consistent with my calls. I know a lot of people say we don't need quarterback first round, but we got to ask ourselves, where do we plan on drafting the quarterback next year? If we're depending on Kirk Cousins, let's say we don't get him. And we don't know if we're going to be number 2 next year. That's not a guarantee. We might be a 500 ball club coming in next year. Get the best available quarterback and groom him now. Deshaun Watson, if people watch his film, he lost 2 games as a starter, I believe. He shredded a lot of the defense that a lot of people want, Jonathan Allen, Reuben Foster. He shredded that same defense. And he also did it the year before without his top receivers, Deion Kane and Mike Wiliams, who's also a top 10 pick this year. This guy is amazing. I can't stand Clemson in college, but I respect a great player like Deshaun Watson. And he's a winner, proven winner.
See, the man is not showing no bias. He's talking about he does not like Clemson, but he knows a winner when he sees one. And you got that right about the quarterback situation. Cousins could break his leg this year. Any number of things could happen. And the 49ers look like they are going out. Because the thing is, Mike, John Lynch seems like he's in love with Deshaun Kaiser. I'm thinking everybody says, man, don't pay no attention. That's smoke screen, that's lights, and jokes. You think he's playing?
You know, who knows, man? The one thing about, I would say, San Francisco is it's full of surprises. Yeah. I didn't see John Lynch coming in at all. That came from out of nowhere. I think John Lynch is going to play the smoke screen personally. He would not be intelligent to reveal his hand this early, considering we're a wild card at who we're going to select. We don't know if we're going to trade back. We don't know if we're going to go offense, defense, quarterback, whatever we approach. But, of course, he's going to talk up all these guys. That's what he's supposed to do. The biggest thing is, as long as he gets the guys that he's intended on getting, and he's consistent with drafting playmakers and players for the system we run. Key to the draft is not so much getting always the big name, but getting a guy that's going to fit the system and also be able to win our division. We got to remember, man, our division is defensive savvy.
Yes.
If we can get our defense going and an offense that can score and put it on these defenses, we'll win our division. That's the first goal, and then from there we just keep building on.
I loved it, man, and it makes all the sense in the world. Now, Solomon Thomas, I don't have nothing against Solomon Thomas. He's a good football player. We've, like you just mentioned a moment ago, we've been defensive. And in fact, Mike, we're talking 3 years in a row. If they pull Solomon, that we are working that defensive line with first-round defensive line picks. I don't know how you feel about Solomon. I'm concerned about the fact that, okay, and does this satisfy you? I mean, if we pull Solomon, instead of doing like, oh God, yes, Solomon, yo, are you gonna say, all right? Are you gonna get calm about it? Because we gotta be men about it. We can't get mad, start crying. I'm gonna do that, but I don't suggest any other men do that. But I mean, give me some feeling about Solomon Thomas, because all the media people are giving us Solomon Thomas. We got fans out there that have been talking about Solomon Thomas. I call everybody fans that continue to do with the Solomon Thomas. I consider them Trent Baalke. This is withdrawal systems from Trent, always wanting that defensive player in the first round. What is your feeling on that?
Solomon Thomas is certainly a prospect that is definitely worth the praise he's getting. I'm impressed with the young man. I will say, in my opinion, this is a deep class for defensive ends. Me being a Florida State fan in college, I'm representing my boy DeMarcus Walker. A lot of people slept on him. They didn't know about him until this bowl game because Florida State got off to a horrible start. But after he put it on Michigan, they know who he is. In that bowl game, he shined. And not to be biased, but looking at what's best for the 49ers, Solomon Thomas is, definitely worthy of the attention he's getting and the praise he's getting, no doubt about it. I won't slander any young man that we decide to get. I trust the process. I trust his coaching staff. And I think until we get a few years with this staff, let's see where they go. You got Carl Lawson from Auburn. Yeah. This guy's a monster. Yeah. A lot of people overlooking this guy. And if we decide to go Solomon Thomas, thing that the Niner fans, we got to realize is this. We have needs everywhere. Like me, I personally want Deshaun Watson first, but it doesn't mean that we messed up if we don't get him. Any player that you guys want, whether it's Solomon Thomas or a wide receiver or a safety corner, bottom line is we need all these positions. So we can't go wrong with whatever we decide. Let's just get the best player in that position and make sure we get the what we need. If we get Solomon Thomas, these guys evaluate him on a level that none of us fans see. So I trust that they see something in him to draft him.
Good. You're right. We got to put faith in these people, man. I'm a little concerned, though. The biggest argument, you probably heard it on Red and Gold Radio, is about who we going to put in center field. Are we concerned with the fact that you got Hooker out there? He's available. You've also got Jamal Adams. Both of these guys are getting some high praises. And we also have the option of keeping our man, Jimmy Ward, back there. Is Jimmy going to be able to sustain an entire season and stay healthy? His history says he will not be able to play, especially in that position. He will not be able to maintain a whole season. No matter what, we're going to need one of these guys. Or do you go ahead and leave that duo of Hooker versus Adams and maybe go to Buda Baker? There's a lot of guys in the SEC, as you know, because you're down in the SEC area. There are more options. Do you think they're looking at anybody else? I mean, hit me with that center field position, because as Kyle Shanahan says, this is one of the most important positions on the field. Mike.
If we're going to go in the center field area, I like the guy from LSU. When you playing in that conference, man, and all jokes aside, a lot of people, the SEC might have not been great this year, but historically speaking, these guys put out NFL caliber athletes all over the NFL right now. And if everybody looked at what LSU did to Alabama, holding them 10 points, that's impressive. Nobody held Alabama to 10, and LSU safety was a big part of that. Just go watch the Alabama-LSU game this past year. You'll see why I'm high on this LSU guy. No disrespect to the other young man from Ohio State or any other man that's back there, but they ain't in the SEC. This conference, I don't like the SEC, but like I said, I love my 49ers. And when it comes to that, I'm putting my biases aside. I will take the best player that will help the San Francisco 49ers. And I feel like if we're going to go that route, take my man from LSU.
It is another vote for Jamal, And hey, I understand we just signed DeJuan Harris to a one-year contract. And I've always been crazy about DeJuan. And last year he made one mistake. It seems like every time DeJuan makes a fumble, it seems to just it gets huge. All his other accomplishments are one thing, but he makes one fumble and make a big deal. DeJuan's a good ball player. I think, and Bobby Turner will make him a star. We only got him and Carlos right now. And so I'm wondering, there's so many good running backs in the draft this year. Are we gonna do that?
Man. Yeah, we gotta address running back. I remember watching Mike Davis when he was in South Carolina Gamecocks. Yeah. He's a solid player, but we gotta have depth. We all know Carlos Hyde is injury prone. Yeah. He hasn't really had a lot of certainty as far as finishing the season from start to finish. Carlos Hyde is a heck of a back. I really do like him, but we're going to need an explosive running back to be able to hold it. And I'm gonna go out on a limb, Ronbo, and I hope I don't make your show look bad. Hey, don't take this out on Ronbo. Take this out on me. If you got a problem with what I'm about to say, this is all coming from me. This ain't got nothing to do with Ronbo.
Wait for this.
I say get Mr. Mixon from Oklahoma. Hey, listen.
No, Miller.
If we want to get a football player, okay, I know he has controversy, but so did Jameis Winston.
True.
Top pick.
Now that I think about it.
So did a lot of other guys. Dallas Cowboys are notorious for taking it.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, I'm not justifying what the man did off the field. I'm only speaking on football only, okay? As a football player, why not mix it? Yeah. The game speaks for itself. Yeah. I would say get Mixon if he's available. If people are going to let his stock slip, we'll take him.
And you're right. It's going to. I see Joe make it down all the way to the 4th round. It's like he's become kryptonite. People are scared of Joe Mixon. You know what?
Oh, yeah.
And Jerry Jones already picked up his premier running back, so he can't go to Dallas. Raiders have changed. They don't do that anymore. You know what? Joe could be available. Can you possibly let him go past the 3rd round or 4th round? You're right. And some team's going to take a chance on him. It could be us. And if we get him, we got it. Like you say, everybody knows Joe could be a great asset to any football team. He would be a 1st-round pick if it wasn't for that incident. So, there you go.
Ronbo, here's the funny thing, man. We've taken chances on ACL players with Balky there. Yeah. I don't understand as a 49, with Marcus Lattimore. Yeah. Unfortunately, he didn't get the chance to fulfill his career, but he was a heck of a player in college. Yeah. And he had a bad injury. Mixon has an off-the-field situation. At the end of the day, if this is something that's in the past and we're going to move forward and what's best for our team as a player, I say go Mixon.
There you go.
And take the risk reward with it.
And the funny thing about it, Mixon, as you just mentioned, has been added to a category with injured players, along with guess who else? That little situation during the combine with Reuben Foster, I understand he's on that list too. Reuben may not even get out of the first. He may get out of the 1st round. I said, the NFL's ethics has come into the play right along with ACL tears. There you go.
Yeah, man, it's been crazy. Now, the running back, you're absolutely right. We got to address it. This is a good class for running backs here. Non-faithful, don't listen to ESPN. Listen to Ronbo. Ronbo got way more knowledge and sense about 49ers and sports, period. ESPN, they don't follow college, man. I watch college football. They're not talking about a lot. Like last year, point proven. How many ESPN experts were talking about Dak Prescott?
Yeah.
We in college, we knew who Dak Prescott was. But Wentz, that's what you heard about. Golf, that's what you heard about. So, like I said, we know what's best for our team. We know what we need. Well, whoever we pick or whatever move we make, trust this process. Kyle Shanahan just came from a Super Bowl. This man's ready to win.
Boom. Count down. Mike, I'm getting 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
Hey, I'm going to say I don't want to be like Mike. I want to be like Ronbo. Go 49ers, man. Red and gold, baby.
Mike. Oh, man. Mike be talking some, this boy's talking some football. See you online? Hey, and we're all sports freaks, ain't we? Let me recommend Ultimate Sports Talk. Ultimate Sports Talk is all about news, all your favorite sports and teams. Also, opinion after opinion to feed that mind, get you going on it as well, because it's going to be about your team. Ultimate Sports Talk also features internet radio, sports radio, of course. You can click in and it's a good time. There you go. Ultimate Sports Talk. You find it on both Twitter and Facebook. Hey, coming up this weekend, of course, we will have another round all the way to draft weekend. Red and Gold GM. We're going to get a couple more guys into the think they know what they're doing when it comes to picking out players to add to this team to take us to the next level and get us into the playoffs and get what's coming to us within the next 4 or 5 years. They'll be hot, I guarantee you, because Tyler's not going to be there. Shut up, Tyler. And also Sunday, we will have another fan gathering. Come on by. Check out the Ronbo Sports app. It is free. Download it if you don't already have it and find out the details for that. Please hit like if you do. Share and subscribe. I'll see you on all social media. Between now and then, let me give you this.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You happy sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.